Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I share my journey and my spiritual journey, my healing journey, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, and nothing but authenticity at this channel. And again, been on a journey, you guys, for almost going on 16 years, you guys. When I just I'll iterate that again, just proud, and surrendering my life to God, and just really proud, and just my, everything when you're a curse breaker. So in this video, I want to talk about spiritual manipulation, but and yeah, so I'm just proud of the journey and how far I've come. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit there and say, I went on this journey, and surrendered my walk with God, you guys. I was, in the world when I was in my past, and when I surrendered my life to, I was 10, to seek God and heal and just to find out who I am in this world, right? And that's when you seek with your whole heart. I share this throughout my video, all these different things, and talk about, but and so I started off, like I said, unhealed and just seeking him, in this world and stuff like that. So, but I mean, and to the point now where, I found that, like I said, I built a foundation first with God in my relationship and who I am, and it takes, when you go through this walk, God's transforming you. So you're constantly releasing things. You're constantly, right? And anyways, you're constantly growing and evolving when you really, really surrender to God in your walk. You're not just you're surrendering and you're saved. No, God is working through you, and when He works through you and He just builds this love and this relationship with you guys, you want to surrender, okay? And as someone that's lived this, okay, that's been in the world, that's been in the matrix and all that stuff like that, whatever you want to call it, society and stuff like that, from transformed to this fully walking in the spiritual, okay, and the what we call it the 5D, okay. So I fully transform up until now, because God transformed me to continue, okay? Because oh no, God's not done with me yet, you guys. Let me just tell you that, okay? Anyways, and so but you get a root area in your life where you're just deep, okay? And so now I share with you guys all this stuff I've been through. Right now I'm talking about broken generation curse from narcissist, and again, I share a lot of things, and about that, and it's not just I broke a generation curse and did all this, and move forward, and it's all peachy. No, I dealt with someone very toxic, and like I said, that continued doing, like I said, warlock. Again, mind you, these people wear masks in this world, okay? And we're gonna get all into this. I get all into this in my stories and stuff like that, okay? This is my passion now. You know what I mean? And anyways, so I want to reiterate again. They stalk you, they watch you. This person has been banned permanently. And again, that's one thing, as an empath and you evolve, you transform. So now you have power. You're not that, I'm very genuine, very loving. I go out in this world, do what I need to do for the Lord. But then you got to understand there's certain things that are not acceptable and not okay in your walk, okay? Let me tell you that. And like I said, what I've been through, very nasty. And I was just talking to someone today, and those moments I'll, have my moments, and I'll, break down, and like I said, this is the year. Sorry, it's a little everything, but this is the year of, I feel like reaping. So I'm seeing all this, and this one person at this job, I mentor a lot of people, or I talk to them, I share, you know what I mean? Like I try to be, even when I'm in this world, okay, you guys, everywhere, okay, there's a lot of world. That's what a vessel of God really does, you know what I mean? And I'm anointed and stuff like that. So, and someone came to me and they were just, how are you? And then I just knew there was something wrong, and it starts breaking down. And anyways, he's going through some other stuff, there's a lot of people, and we're going to get into that again, you guys. But anyways, narcissism, a lot of dark, a lot of reaping, okay? So a lot of people, especially I've been through a lot, and didn't deserve none of this stuff, you guys, and I got, like I said, a servant of God's, you know what I mean? And God helped me, pick me up, and And I still get emotional. Damn. That's what I was talking to the person. It's like, it's just, depending on how bad you were hurt and stuff like that. And so I continue talking. This is my passion now, you know what I mean? And it fuels me. So in the beginning with the narcissist, you know what I mean? Like I said, there's narcissist and whoever he worked against me with, okay? There's a lot in my story. I evolved past all, you know what I mean? Like, and so, but anyways, and so it's like full circle. You guys, God's bringing me full circle. So I healed, I evolved, right? From all this stuff like that. And now it's like full circle. Like this person is like trying to do the same old stuff, you know what I mean? And it doesn't work now because I have already healed, I evolved, right? Once you go through something, knowledge is power, okay? So I had to go through my transition. I had to learn all about this stuff like that and evolve and this is, get all this knowledge, generational wealth, what we call it. And now it's like, this person's trying to spiritually manipulate me. First there was regular manipulation, okay? Then there's spiritual manipulation, doing magic, all this stuff like that, trying to manipulate my energy, okay, guys? This is real, okay? And this world is, you know what I mean? And we're going to get there's so much, oh my God, you guys, I don't understand. And God is just leading me to all this stuff, and this is my passion, you guys, like, and so, anyways, like I said, the narcissist I was working against was an assignment, chose to work against me, okay? And for no reason, okay, guys? And that's all I could say in the real world is like, and you share all my stuff I share on there. But, and God sees that, you know what I mean? Like I knew, and now I'm thankful for this opportunity, guys, because yes, I did go through a lot of pain, but once you get to the end of that and you heal and you really, deepen it, I'm thankful because now this adds to my knowledge, okay? I have a lot of experience, guys, in this world, okay? And I had mature really fast, really young, okay? Because I've been through a generation curse breaker. You're breaking lineages, okay? Anyways, and so breaking lots and lots of things off your bloodline, okay? And so, and you're really, really doing the work, okay? And then you're healing and all that stuff like that. So, but spiritual manipulation is not okay. Like I said, I share this person has been banned permanently. Narcissists like the test and stuff like that, and it's okay because this person is gonna reap everything. You know what I mean? I told this person many times, you guys leave me alone. This is nothing. There's nothing at all, and this person will continue trying to reach me. Because like I said, right now a lot of people are reaping. Okay, and so like I said, nobody. Like I said, you guys, I've been on my journey, and nobody. It's so funny. You know what I mean? Because I'm a real one for God. Okay. And God has to reap things in certain people's lives. He has to reap everything in everybody's life. And so I always tell people, don't think no one's watching, because God, in that point of time, is going to reap it in your life. I just talked to somebody, and he was just saying, yep. And he was very knowledgeable, and not very knowledgeable. He was very accepting. He was like, yeah, I could feel that reaping in my life. You know what I mean? And so, and this is real. And he was crying a lot, and I hugged him, but see how he was acceptable to that and owning up to that, you know what I mean? And I said, you just give it to God. I was trying to comfort him in this situation that he was going through. And anyways, and so, but it's real. I speak truth, you know what I mean? I've always spoke truth to every single person. Yeah, it's not easy to hear this and that, but I did it because that's what people generally do when they care about your soul in this world, okay? And I'm not going to stop. There's a lot of people, and like I said, I just comforted because they just lost somebody from all the stuff that's going on right now. And they're angry at him because you know how you love somebody and you're angry at them, right? And now they're, gone with the Lord or whoever, the relationship, they have the relationship with the Lord and stuff like that. But I will continue and I will not stop. And I do it, like I said, in love. Because God's taking the devil's taking people's souls out of this world. Like I said, you dabble in get yourself in a lot of that dark shit. It's not going to be pretty. You know what I mean? You got to think about, you know what I mean? I don't want no you know, they said narcissist breadcrumb you know what I mean? Like, they could take that breadcrumbs and shove it up there where it goes. You know what I mean? I don't want, like I said, this person's banned from my life. You guys see on this video what I share, but you don't see behind the scenes and the depths of stuff that I've been through. And I still choose God. I still choose to pick myself up in this world and be a light to a lot of people. I just tell someone we're going to do another video on that. Okay, and this work. And we'll talk about female narcissists, just the signs, you know, I want to give you the signs and stuff like that. And it was funny because I was laughing. I was like, really? A lot of people are reaping. And those that were doing evil in this world are reaping it too. And that girl, we're going to share that story about this girl that tried to, you know, do this. And you could tell she's reaping something, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, you know, project, you know what I mean? Like, and I know I've been on this journey 16 years. I'm not low vibrational, you know what I mean? The devil will try to test me, you know, not today, Satan, not today, you know what I mean? And in this world, you guys, like I said, I've come very far. I have, you know, learned a lot, you know what I mean? But I will always continue standing up for myself. I have every right. Anybody's trying to do any spell work or any manipulation or anything like on me, I will speak up. I'm not the same person, you guys. I've been on this journey almost 16 years, but especially this 3.5 years, I went through awakening, I evolved, went through all this narcissistic stuff I share. I am not the same person. I transformed. And that's what God wanted it to do. I used this and I took it no matter how hard it was, no matter how unfair or how whatever I felt, and I gave it to God, you guys. Every step of my journey, I gave that to God. So much things I have not even said. And I give it to God. Because God is my defender. I'm telling you that, you guys. And we're going to talk about a lot of stuff that I went through. You know what I mean? And so, I know you can still, it just gets emotional when you speak it, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's how deep this went. And anyways, but like I said, you give everything to God, you know? And like I said, reaping is real. I want you to know that. And there's a lot of it going right now. I see it. Reaping is real, honey. I'm not that kind of person. Oh, yes, God, this is one thing God will say, leave it alone. There's certain points where God has to reap and you cannot touch it. Like I said, this person is banned from my life. God have to deal with his people the way he sees it in their life. There's no comforting coming to me for peace after you went in this world and did all this stuff, like, you know, nasty stuff. Now God has to reap. I'm not sugarcoating nothing, you know what I mean? Because it's not pretty when somebody innocent or somebody that is serving God and doing their will for God and stuff like that, and then this person comes along, right? Thought he could outsmart God. All the stuff he was doing. Okay, I'm a real one. Okay, you guys, I am a real. I can't say it enough. Okay, we talk about counterfeits, all this stuff that's going on in the world. Okay, I talk about and those that wear masks, but God doesn't know them. Their hearts are betrayed. We're gonna do a video too, guys. I have a video I want to show from Chosen. Okay, it's this guy directed this thing based on the stories of the Bible that he was led and stuff like that. But you can look up his story and stuff like that. But there's a thing he showed me. This is exactly, okay, what God is talking about. And God already seen that. Everything's coming to light in this world. I see it everywhere. You know what I mean? And, you know, and so, but anyways, I want to talk about, you know, you're not going to spiritually manipulate me. You're not going to breadcrumb me. You're not, you know what I mean? Like, nothing at all. Like I said, and I'll say it over. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's like you do all this stuff. Like I said, this person did all this stuff. And it took you all this to try to earn what? You know what I mean? Like I said, the band. And then there's dark attachments. Like I share all this stuff like that in this world. I share about, we're going to talk about this next video, okay? And I saw this literally in a work field, okay? And how this narcissist, and how they, you know, they recruit and bullying. We're going to talk about that. And how yeah, it's real. And I tell people, there's one girl, I was like, be careful, you know what I mean? Not to be a follower, you know, and I can see it her and the regret, you know what I mean? Like, and we'll share that in another video, but sorry, stay focused. But anyways, you guys, you know, like I said, I've been through so much, you guys, and like I said, I get really, really, really into this, you know, and my passion, and like I said, I'm constantly, you know, now I just don't, like I said, I'm not the same person. Nope. And again, but yeah, like I said, deuces. So yeah, I just want to share that, you know, again, person just trying to be sneaky and doing all this stuff like that. And like I said, this is done. It's been done, you guys, for me. Okay, I want you to know this. Okay, long over. But this is what happens when you deal with a narcissist or immature or a warlock that tries to think. You know what I mean? Like I said, if it's blocked on my end, okay, what do you think of where it's going? Mind you, guys, reaping is real. So that means whatever you're putting out in this world, doesn't matter if you know God or not. What you put in this world comes back to you. Okay. And then you try to come against an earth angel or a child of the Most High God. That's a whole nother story, because now you're fighting against God. Remember, it says God fights my battles, honey. So think about that. I lift them up, even when I was going through the hardest moments of this situation. I lifted it all to God. And I'm telling you, you don't understand. Like, I just prayed for this girl, and I can see the change already that fast. I'm going to share on the story in this little video. We're going to talk about bullying, narcissists like to bully, and then they'll try to recruit innocent people too. And we're going to talk about this. Talk about that on my next video, but and share what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, and again, God's taught me and trained me, and so, but yeah, it's not tolerable. You know what I mean? And so again, these demons. Time's up in this world, you guys. So you guys are seeing that a lot in this world. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I see it a lot. I'm hearing it a lot. I see a lot of things, and I'm get to this is just my guess. I know already. You know what I mean? I already knew. This is not the one that they're making for me, but this is a different one. But anyways, the little bows. But yeah, like I said. You guys, I know who I am in this world, you guys. I mean, if you guys really knew the depths that, like, I don't even share. Like, I keep a lot of things to myself now. I learned, you know, going through all this, you know, all the, you know, I keep a lot of things to myself in private. And so, because again, like I said in the beginning, when I was unhealed, I would share, like I said, in the narc, you would share, and they use it against you. That's another thing you can talk about. You know what I mean? Like, but you don't think of that, right? You think this is somebody you could trust, blah, 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 right? And then a few months into, they betray you. And I hear that on a lot of different stories I watch and stuff like that. And same, you know what I mean? And so I learned that, yeah, even when you're innocent and you're vulnerable, right? You're pure. You just, like, even things you are excited about and stuff like that. Nope. Private. You know what I mean? Keep it private. If I could tell anybody that, I know it's sad. But, you know, those in your little circle, that's it. If I could tell you guys anything, keep it private. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I learned. All this shit I was going through. And like I said, the very nosy people. And they're banned from my life. And it's a real world. I live in the real world, guys. I don't live in illusions. Like I said, we'll get more on to that, guys. But I just want to share this again. And there's so much knowledge and that I've been through, you guys, that I want to give to help you guys and in this world, so you guys can understand from real, from fake, from illusions. Okay, and it's real, you guys. And I know I'm very awoke. We're gonna talk about knowing who's awoke and who's not, how to know if they're woken or they're asleep, or, you know what I mean? Like, so anyways, God bless you guys. Banned from my life. Like I said, you're not going to manipulate me. You're not going to spiritually manipulate me. You're not going to try to use witchcraft to manipulate me. You're not going to do love spells on me. Done. Go get help. Go get help. Mind you guys, this is my gift, okay? You know what I mean? This is I help people and I help in the world. So yeah, they're the one that ask and they don't know nothing. I'm like, yeah, mind you guys, just keep watching, okay? Yeah, disgusting. There's people in this world, yep. But like I said, you cannot hide any of this stuff from God. I'm telling you, the things I'm seeing right now, woo! And God's like, it's real, you guys. It is so real. And I always repent every day, you guys. No matter what, on our walks are not perfect, but I always repent and I give God, and I don't do evil to people. You know what I mean? Like anything I do in my own life, you know what I mean? And God set me free from, you know what I mean? But I always, every day, a good thing is repent and ask God to come into your heart. Not just that, just say, Lord, clear out any bad or show me, you know what I mean? So you can repent from it and forgive, and then if he shows you anything, you know what I mean? You just don't do it again. You know what I mean? That's what you're learning, you're growing, stuff like that. And so, but anyways, when you keep on doing something, that's is where, like this individual I dealt with, and just, I don't know, you guys, like, I don't know why this person chose to think he could come up against God, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, God and him, I mean, that's between their battles, you know what I mean? Because I've been through hell and back in my life, guys. I work hard to get back up, not just to get back up, but just to, continue in this world, and not just continue in this world, guys. Still be a light for people, you know what I mean? Because I have beautiful energy. People need this, And I have had to fight to not be selfish. Get what I'm saying? And not to care in this world. I don't have to. I gave him a God and like and be private, you know what I mean? But I choose in this world to love and still give my spiritual gifts that God has given me. I serve him, you know what I mean? All the way. I just learned how to balance it. Now, if I'm not loved, I don't give nothing to nobody. I've learned my lessons, okay? But I genuinely love people. I genuinely still have love and passion, you guys. Like, it's just in me. It's the blood of Jesus, you know what I mean? But not to ever disrespect somebody spiritual, ever disrespect God. It's like disrespecting me is disrespecting God, you know what I mean? And that's what this person did. Disrespected it. But again, that's that dark demonic spirit they deal with, you know what I mean? But I'm a huge light, honey. I know this person's scared of my light. I know, you know what I mean? Trust me, God will remove every single fear of mine. That's the part of the process. Every single fear. This person done manipulation spells. He's done every single spell. Every single little thing on me, honey. I still stand for God. I will not bow down to any darkness, honey. It's not a joke. Like, you guys, I want you guys to remember this, okay? No, people's lives, people are passing away. God is not joking. So I get on here and I'm real. Because I'm telling people. I already told this person, I already warned these people. God will continue warning and warning and warning and warning because he loves everybody. And he doesn't want their lives gone. But when you keep disobeying God and doing evil, it's not going to be pretty. And I will continue speaking that because that's what I'm here for. That's what God told me to do, is speak the truth. Because there's a lot of fake and cover up, and now God is bringing more and more realness. You know what I mean? I'm just really real. You know what I mean? Like, because I've seen some sad shit, you guys. But anyways, I want to say God bless you guys. I know it's long, but I've seen a lot in my journey, okay? My 42 years. I've seen so much, okay? I'm very wise. I learn my lessons and I grow from them. Like I said, just because you get people age doesn't mean they're wise. I have a lot of stories about that too. Just stay tuned. I have a lot. So, okay? But I choose to learn and thank God for the bad, the good, everything, you guys. There's a lot of things in my life that weren't fair. But that's the thing, you get the choice. You get the choice to continue doing, good in this world and picking yourself up and not allowing that man downstairs to make you bitter or hateful or anything like that. Like this person. These people, they know who they are. I'm not dealing with no immature. That's so immature. I'm not in high school. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to get into the other story because so much low vibrational, narcissistic, so much things going on in this world, you guys. I just sit there, you guys. I learned to let it go, give it to God. Ooh, you guys, when I tell you. But anyways, I just wanted to share this quickly, and I'm so excited, you guys. There's so much, like, things I can't share, but eventually, you know. But anyways, I just want to share, like, and say God bless you, and toodles. Toodles. And those that don't take accountability, God will deal with you. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.